Good afternoon, I'm Denise Tan and this is One News Now. Eastern Samar is now under a state of calamity. The declaration is due to the incessant rainfall and massive flooding in the province brought by the shear line. This enables Eastern Samar to access its quick response funds and other necessary resources to address the calamity. Before Eastern Samar, Northern Samar was also placed under a state of calamity. President Bongbong Marcos was supposed to visit the municipality of Catarman this morning but was prevented from doing so by the incessant rains. Instead, Marcos Jr. got updates from province officials through a Zoom conference call. One News Now will bring you the details of that meeting as soon as we have them. So far, about 14,000 families or more than 37,000 individuals are now in evacuation centers. The homes of these residents have either been inundated by massive flooding or hit by land and mudslides triggered by the non-stop downpours. Meantime, President Marcos is also expected in General Santos later in the day. The city and other areas in Mindanao were struck by a 6.8 magnitude quake on November 17. At least 11 people have died while several structures were destroyed by the powerful tremor. Still on the president, he said that his government is doing everything to bring home 17 Filipino seafarers hostage by Yemen's Houthi rebels. Marcos Jr. explained the Foreign Affairs Department is getting updates from counterparts in Iran, Oman, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. The Migrant Workers Department is also in constant communication with the hostages' families. On November 19, the Houthis seized the cargo vessel Galaxy Leader in the Red Sea over its supposed ties with Israel. The Yemeni rebel group is believed to be an ally of Iran and Palestine. There are 25 people aboard the hijacked ship. In other news, it's business as usual over in Quezon City despite Manibela's ongoing transport strike. Jeepneys were seen plying their routes in Quezon City. Just yesterday, the MMDA said that Manibela's Tigil Pasada only caused minimal disruption. The agency also expects the same situation today and tomorrow, the last day of the strike. Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista noted the opposition of Manibela and Piston to the PUV modernization program. He said DOTR is ready to give in to strikers' every demand except for the request to remove consolidation. Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri and House Speaker Martin Romualdez lead the 31st Asia-Pacific Parliamentary Forum, or the APPF. Over 230 parliamentarians from 18 countries flew to Manila to attend the event. These include China, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, the Russian Federation, and Vietnam. Zubiri said the issue in the West Philippine Sea is among the topics that will be discussed in the APPF. The country is hosting this year's forum until Saturday, November 25. The House of Representatives has started tackling the resolutions pushing the government to cooperate with the drug war probe. One of the authors of the measures, House Committee on Human Rights Chairman Benny Abante, believes it's time to let the International Criminal Court in. He told The Big Story the ICC investigation into the past administration's anti-drug campaign could put to rest allegations that abuses were committed. Abante also denied that his resolution is an attack on former President Rodrigo Duterte, who has earlier called the lower chamber a most rotten institution. Before this, the Makabayan Bloc has also filed a measure to allow the ICC probe.
Darating na araw, dadami ang espekulasyon o haka-haka tungkol sa mga resolusyon na ito. We should not be distracted by this and stay focused on doing our jobs as lawmakers. Ulitin ko po, this resolution is about principles, not personalities. Hindi po tayo dito para idiin ang partikular na tao o grupo. Ang idiin po natin dito ang rule of law.
We now give you a quick look at today's other top stories. Israel and Hamas have agreed on a temporary ceasefire for at least 4 days, but it's not clear when it will start. The truce will allow for the transport of humanitarian aid and the exchange of hostages and prisoners between Tel Aviv and the militant group. But Israel clarified captives won't be freed before Friday. Despite the pause on fighting, both Israel and Hamas vowed to take up arms again upon provocation. An update on Filipinos caught in the Israel-Hamas war. Israeli ambassador to the Philippines, Ilan Flus, told the Philippine Star there's no confirmation yet that 2 Filipinos are being held by the rebels. Meantime, more Filipino repatriates are arriving in Manila. Last time, 8 OFWs returned from Jordan, where Hamas supporter Hezbollah is based. Later today, 42 Filipinos from Israel will return to the Philippines. So far, close to 300 Pinoys from the war-torn Middle East have been repatriated. It's the third and last day of joint patrols between the U.S. and the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea. In yesterday's exercise, a Chinese Navy warship was spotted. It looked like it's tailing Philippine and U.S. Navy vessels from around 5 miles away. Speaking to Bloomberg, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning warned the joint patrol must not hurt Beijing's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests. Minimum wage earners in Mimaropa are getting a 40 peso increase in their daily take-home pay. That's starting December 7. This will bring the daily salary rate in Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan to up to 395 pesos. Over 46,000 workers stand to benefit from the pay hike. On a lighter note, the Philippine mobile brand TNT set a new world record for the longest travel video live stream.
I can now confirm that with 26 hours, 15 minutes, and 29 seconds, TNT has a new Guinness World Record title! Congratulations!
33 content creators participated in the Pet Maluk Challenge for a live stream that lasted over 26 hours from November 18 to 19. The creators used a single smartphone with data they passed around and one TikTok account. They featured several tourist destinations from Bustos, Bulacan to Rizal Park in Manila. Guinness World Records official adjudicator Fumika Fujibuchi declared the record in a ceremony on Wednesday. One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. Join us again later. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.